Well, the world is full of sociopaths, and I feel like there aren't enough people with empathy. I've been homeless with my cat, like scrambling by, selling everything I own just to stay alive, while, everybody else racks up the riches and laughs at my misery. And I'm like, why aren't there enough people out there caring about each other? So I don't know. It's been a journey. Best I can say. I've been going through narcissistic abuse since basically childhood, and I'm just ready to get life going in forward motion instead of backwards at this point.
I guess it depends. Maybe lately thinking about failure a lot, unfortunately. Bounces around my head a lot. Fear of a future failure. Fear of heading nowhere, I guess. But yeah, that's honestly, to answer your question honestly, life, past experiences, disappointing people in my life, things like that.
What thoughts? Probably what my next goal is probably in life. That's probably what I think of next. Is that the kind of question you're asking? Like, what do I think of next? It's probably just take it goal to goal and basically that probably. Well, right now, my next goal is probably to break out of the rat line at BMI. Long story anyways, but it's just a thing up there.
Money, one of them being able to have more than enough, basically, and to take care of myself, different things like that. Yeah.
I have really bad anxiety, so I'm thinking about dying most of the time, which is really sad. I try not to, but it's just the truth.
I'd say right now it's what am I going to do with my life, and what's going to be my career, stuff like that. I'd say is something I worry about a lot. But I've learned to just take a step back and sometimes just chill and sometimes look at the greater picture, the bigger picture. So yeah.
Guess what's most likely to happen next, I guess. I mean, nothing really much, just kind of just deciding on what I'm going to do in the future, probably.
I would just say the direction of society, honestly. Are we loving each other enough, and the division kind of that's going on right now? I think eventually it'll be good, but I think that, we're going to have to go through some stuff, and it might be a little darker.
They just are scattered. I have thoughts that just come and go very, very quickly. I don't really dwell on too many very often. No, I kind of look forward more than I look back.
Probably comparing myself to others and how I look based on what I see on social media. Sometimes, I don't know, it just makes you feel different about yourself sometimes. I don't know, comparing yourself, I don't know.
If I have any regrets or what I would have done differently back in high school or middle school, and what I would have tried to focus on more or less of.
The bad things that I've done. I think about every mistake that I've made and I just replay them over. That's probably not a good thing, but it's something I need to work on. It changes by the day.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I think about what I haven't done. So things that I need to get done or things that I want to do in my life. And I kind of I get myself so stressed and worked up over it. But I think it is also something that I need to work on. But I don't know. I think it's good because it kind of motivates me in a way. So
my neck, that neck pain, constant. I'm gonna find out soon what's wrong. That's my biggest. And being with my family. I'm with my family now. It helps a lot.
I think it's less of a thought, but more of an idea. I'm very connected in with music, and there's a lot of musical stuff that just constantly goes through my head. And so it's one of those things where it's just trying to enjoy the time that we have and what you can do in that day, while not at the same time not pushing yourself or stressing yourself out too much, trying to do way too much extra stuff. It's weird because often you're focused on just trying to get one thing done that you don't actually think about what just goes on in your head in the background. But I think about spending time with my friends. I think about wanting to to go out and see the world more. I think about a whole lot of things. Just, yeah, I'm sorry if that's not the best answer.
Most recently, which is kind of funny, it's on Is There a Meaning in Life? We just had this discussion walking up here. I don't really think there is, but I'm okay with that. You know, it's kind of random that we all ended up here, and that's pretty cool. So, yeah. How about you? What do you think about it?
That I think about most frequently? It would probably be like battling kind of balance, like balancing everything in my life, all the various things. Like whether it's school, jobs, social life, family. That's probably the biggest one, just trying to feel my way out there and figure it out.
Oh God, I'm so terrified of death. Oh no. I just stay awake at night. I'm like, is it a simulation? Like, I don't understand the point of any of this. Like, it makes me very anxious, and I ruminate a ton on that because I'm like, I feel like once we experience death, we'll know what it was about. Do you know what I mean? Like ourselves, like, and just why the world works the way it does. Like, I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's it all mean?
Yeah.
What does it all mean? I think is one that I'm like, what's the point? What are we doing?
Yeah.
And then there doesn't necessarily have to be a point. I think maybe it's like, I ruminate about space too. I try not to think too much about outer
Black
space.
Like a black hole is like 10 times the size of the sun or something. It's like, oh my God. Like, that shit is bananas. Like, that is just too much to think about entirely.
Yeah, the relative insignificance existential dread thing is always good. No, I normally ruminate about like are we good for the next week, 2 weeks? What's the big battle coming up in the next couple days? Which I think is like, honestly, can be worse at times than the big picture. I think like it's all in an effort to kind of get out of that state and kind of hit a more equilibrium, place where you feel like you've got some good security, in all aspects of your life for the midterm, right? Like that's kind of all we can ask for, because I think that's when you can relax and breathe and be like, okay, now let's work on true happiness.
Oh, also the ethics of having children. Like,
in this
is
day
the
and age?
world going to be on fire in 15 years? Like, I have no idea. And, like, the political situation currently is scary, and climate change is scary. And I don't want to give birth either. Like, that sounds absolutely like a fucking nightmare, so...
Ask Rob.
Oh yeah, my boyfriend's delivered like tons of babies, and he was like, it was icky. I was like, I believe it. Like, it sounds icky. So the ethics of having children is something I think about a lot as well. Like, I don't know if the apocalypse like is coming. Like, if I made 10% more money, I would definitely be a doomsday prepper. Like I'd have the bunker and everything, because like you can't keep the people you love safe if the world is on at all, but especially now it feels like.
Life. Just achieving life and just, being the best I can in life, Ask more questions and I'll go ahead and answer those.
Oh, these kind of questions I have a hard time with. What's going to make me happy for the day? What's going to make me content a few months down the road? Travels, friends, and connections.
Embarrassing memories from my childhood, all the different choices that I could have made to make my life be in a different place. That might just be my anxiety, though. Not really regrets. No, yeah, regrets. But also potentials, I guess. And learning from the choices that I've made to influence the choices that I'll make in the future.
Probably the future. Not to dwell on the past, but to look into what's coming forward to you. I don't know. We'll see.
Probably that's going to be okay. Like, you just need to realize, like, no matter what is frustrating you or, like, whatever might be overstimulating you at the moment, like, it's going to be okay one way or another.
Probably the future. Yeah. Like, I think I worry a lot about, like, where I'm going to end up.
Like right now, I really want success, and I feel like I'm in a good place for success. But there's so many like little things that could affect where I end up, even if I have an idea in my head. So like even if something like as like world changing as like the pandemic were to happen again, like in some other type of way, like I worry that something is gonna like alter the course of my life without my like, and I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, also same, because right now, by the looks of it, the world doesn't look too good right now. So definitely just the world itself and just my future personally, like, you know, I'm here trying to get an education, so hopefully it turns out okay.
Vacation. No, being there, being on vacation, wanting to be there. That's an everyday thought. And that would be at the beach. A beach. Yeah, a beach.
Geology and mountain biking, because those are the two things I love to do most in life. Yeah, I'm kind of a half glass full type of person, I think. Life's too short to have a half empty glass.
Frequently, yeah. Right now there's a question what I'm doing the next days, because I haven't booked anything. I still got 5 more days left. But that's like a question that's like traveling associated. But other question that comes to my mind is like what's going on next for me as a person, because I finished my university degree and everything, and now I'm doing this little trip here in the States, and then I don't know what's going to happen next. So that's like what's most up in my mind, applying for jobs and whatever.
Probably just like how I'm gonna go forward and like how I can handle all the new stuff that I'm doing like daily and with college. So
what I'm passionate about, like what I want to do in the future is definitely a pressing thing right now after college. So yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of like personal.
How not to fail out of college.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking about.
I never think about like just being successful. I guess.
Pretty much. I just think about not failing.
Yeah. Not being a disappointment to my father.
Facts. It's just, I always think about how small my dick is. It sucks.
Most often about if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing career-wise. I question whether or not I did the right thing sometimes. So I'm a teacher, and I've had a rough time with it the past couple years, so sometimes I question whether or not I should be doing it. Oh well, it's been about a year or so, but I'm feeling good now, so hopefully I'm headed in the right direction. I have no idea. I don't know. And that sometimes makes me wonder if I should be doing something else, or if I'm just doing this because I don't know what else to do.
Thoughts? It's a lot. I say like making money wise. I always try to stay up to date, make money. Oh no, never that. It's just something that's always on my mind that I always need. You feel me? Every time I walk, I want to step with money in my pockets. You feel me?
Trying to stay positive, trying to just have hope. I guess it just makes the day easier, and then also like why not choose to think positively, I guess. Just makes you feel better, and I feel like that energy, like it's wherever you go, that like positive energy can like be spread to someone else. So might as well start with yourself.
If I could get a lot of sleep tonight.
Ooh, that's a good one. Thoughts maybe the meaning of life. Still figuring it out, man. Yeah, not sure yet, but I'll let you know.
Like thoughts that I think about quite a bit. Making sure I'm a good father to my kids. A good example, a good father to them, show them example what a good man is, what a good dad is, what a godly man is, making sure that my kids know. So in the future, they know what a good person is at the end of the day. Yeah, so I think about that a lot. And any action I do or anything that I say or anything that I do with them, so I think about that quite a bit.
Future plans. I don't know, I feel like I'm 17, but I just turned 25, so I gotta get it together.
I'm always concerned about how my actions impact other people and other creatures, I guess. Just trying to be a good person.
and how I can be better. So I kind of meditate on that, I would say. You know, like wanting to treat others, you know, the way that I want to be treated, and being respectful and being nice and kind, and just making sure that I do those things so that people have a good day. What about you?
Well, for me, I think it's like staying connected with myself and doing things I actually really do want to do, and the way I just am. Like, I don't have any anxiety towards my future, but it's like anxiety towards like who I am in this very present moment, and if I'm doing enough and being really who I am. I guess, yeah.
Lately, being overwhelmed and busy. So I guess like, oh my gosh, sorry. My agenda, that's like that kind of has a really big hold on me, and it definitely shouldn't. Like it's a really unhealthy habit, but I think about my plans a lot and like think in the future when I know that I should be in the present.
My future? What can I do next? How can I be kinder?
Just what I'm gonna do with the rest of my life, I guess.
Who you invest your time with. That's very important. I'm assuming you can relate now. You should always keep your energy on a strict budget. Not everybody should have access to it. It should be a privilege. Don't you agree?
I agree. I mean, it's going to be the same answer for me as well. You know, it's going to be the same answer.
Let me throw you guys some words of wisdom real quick. The difference between money and time is you know how much money you have. Think about that for a second.
I think this is it.